Welcome back to episode 5 of the Derek Smith Spiel, and today I'm with Jordyn Ellwood. Jordyn, introduce yourself.
I don't really have much to say.
Well, you're going to have to make yourself credible because this is the post-play analysis. So why would people listen to what you have to say about the play?
Because this was actually my 10th production.
Your 10th production?
Yeah, this is my 10th play that I've been in.
Can you name in order all of the productions?
I don't know if I can remember them all. In order? Jeez. I know there was Percy the Postman Pigeon or whatever, and
hold your mic up a bit more. Percy the Post Pigeon.
Pigeon, yeah, and I was Percy, actually. And there was Oink, and I don't remember what I did for that one.
Were those the third grade plays?
Yeah, those were the elementary. I was counting them too. And then,
well, yeah, I was just wondering.
Well, obviously, High School Musical and Cinderella, but I really don't remember the rest.
It's all a blur. When you've been on stage that many times, you just lose track of all of it. What was your role in this play?
I was Eleanor Dunbar. She is a member of the town council, and she holds the meetings and stuff. Like, she's in charge of the meetings. And I was also married to Coach Dunbar, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Yeah, I guess.
Why do you say unfortunately?
He's an interesting man.
The character or the person who played the character?
I think the same could be said for both.
Okay. So did you guys get divorced?
There was a divorce paper backstage. Yes, that was
backstage.
Signed. Yes, but
well, at least you know, made your marriage look okay in front of
we're
the audience.
Really good actors at that. Yeah, you know, fake relationships are hard.
But you got through it.
I'm so happy I did too.
So how do you think the play went personally as an actress?
I think acting-wise we did pretty good. I think we need to do better at lines, I think.
Like remembering lines?
Yeah, and like how we deliver them. But that's because we had such a young population this year. Our stage crew was amazing this year. But I think really, as an overall, it was really good.
And you said like how you present the lines. Do you think part of that was getting the script so late too? Like, did you guys have as much practice as normal?
I think the scripts coming in late didn't help at all, but I think half of it is just not knowing how they should be said, because when you're in drama club, you have to really put yourself in those lines and in that character in the moment to know how they would really say it and how their voice would sound, you know? And I think that's a major part of it, totally. So getting the scripts late didn't help.
Is it also difficult when each person's like how they see their interpretation of the character is different?
Yeah. That's definitely a thing that was kind of like a pushback, I guess, because okay, so for example, Evan, he was the Reverend.
Right.
He definitely interpreted the character a certain way, and everybody's interpretation of the character is going to be different. So his didn't totally align with what everybody else had thought, which is totally fine. Like, you're up to your own like opinions and stuff.
Right.
So I think that was a little different to see, definitely.
And that's part of what brings the flair to a school play more so, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
It isn't so director and writer driven.
We definitely have things that the director tells us should be a certain way. Like Lila tells us how we should take things, and this is what the character's thinking, and this is how they're feeling. But past that, it's really up to you, which I think is probably the best part.
Now, how do you personally prepare for your role?
I don't really do anything special. I really just, well, this year I sat in my truck before practice and just sat there and started the lines to try to think like, okay, so what would she think? Like, and obviously I didn't have a big character, so I didn't really like need to do it as much and like as in depth, I guess. But yeah, I just sat in my truck.
Yeah, it's still that prep. Now, having confidence, is that a huge thing in acting? Confidence in your lines and how you're going to present them?
I think having confidence, no, but trying to act like you do have confidence is bigger than having the confidence.
Right.
Because if you don't have that, like the it factor, I guess, then it's going to be really hard for you on stage. But if you can fake it, then I think more props to you.
Yeah. Faking it when you don't have it is just as, well, it's tough, but it's just as important as being confident.
I think those people are more talented at, like, they're amazing.
Yeah, that's a great point. So you don't have any superstitions or pre-performance rituals?
Not really. I think like the break a leg instead of good luck. I think that a little bit, like not too much, but it can only help.
Is there anyone trying to keep you away from superstitions just so you guys aren't freaking out if you're not wearing the right socks or something?
No, we're not that bad. There are definitely a few people who I could see feed into that, but not really. There's nobody really like backstage that's like, hey, don't do that. Like, you're going to get bad luck. But I wish we did.
You think that would bring an extra factor? What would be better about superstitions?
I think it would just make the green room, which is like the backstage, I guess.
Why is it called the green room? Is it even green?
It's not. It's the other room that we were just in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the music room.
Yeah.
One of the music rooms, one of three.
Just something people call things where you shove all your cast before they go on stage. It's not really anything special.
It's just what everyone calls that room. It's just always the green room.
Well, yeah.
Do you know if the original one was green?
I have no idea. That'd be something cool.
I'll have to look into that. The history of green rooms. You also mentioned one time going on strike after play, and my interpretation. Because usually going on strike is stopping working. Yeah. I figured it didn't make sense to me. I was like, well, if you're going on strike, what are you leaving early? But what does strike mean?
So after the final production, which is our Sunday show, we have to take apart all of our sets. We have to clean everything, like the confetti. We have to tear down like the buildings and stuff. The spinning stage that we made this year, we had to take that apart. Like everything has to be exactly the way it was, so we're ready for the elementary show.
How much garbage is there?
Insane amount of garbage. Like,
do you have like a dumpster? Do you run a dumpster or something?
We have like huge garbage bags that like I could fit into, like huge garbage bags.
I hate cleaning.
Same.
Do you prefer speaking or singing lines?
Probably speaking lines. Like, I personally like don't love the sound of my voice, so singing isn't one of my favorite things at all. So lines are amazing. I love lines.
What if you were like in your truck with the windows down? Then is singing okay then?
It's different singing though.
How is it different?
Like your vowel pronunciations are different.
Vowel pronunciations?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So on stage you have to we're told to talk like we're like sing like we're British, kind of. It has to be very open and like smooth vowels and stuff.
And so could you give me an example? Like say smooth vowels in your British accent.
Smooth vowels. Like it's very open.
Okay. All right. I guess I can get behind that. And you love tea, so
love tea.
You're basically British.
Call me British at this point.
What's your favorite tea?
So I don't have favorite things. But like so at the moment I guess Arizona raspberry, yeah. But have you tried the brisk strawberry melon?
No, I've tried brisk half and half, but I'm not much of a tea drinker, hot or cold.
It doesn't taste like tea though. Like that one's just berries. Super sweet.
So it's more like a juice then.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it then. I do like some Snapples, but I don't know. So one time you mentioned run-throughs.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what a run-through is and the significance of run-throughs.
So run-throughs are practices where we start at the very, very beginning of the show, the opening scene, and then you go all the way until the end. And you do that like a couple times, and then after run-through, you just break down each individual scene. But it just helps to show like the flow of it and how it's going to turn out, and like if people need to do quick changes, how fast they can do those. And
quick changes are when they change their outfits in the back.
Quick changes are like so fast. Like you're literally standing in the hallway, like changing your clothes super fast and like right about to walk on stage.
So do you ever have it so like you just double up like the
I did like this year. Not normally because it can make, well, you can. It just really depends on what kind of clothes you're wearing, so it's not too bulky.
Right.
And then it'll look weird.
But is it pretty stressful? Because do you have a timer back there? Do you know, or is it just you try and follow a wave of people out?
You really just have to go as fast as you can. Like there's no timing. Like you just gotta go for it. They're really stressful. Like that's probably one of the most stressful things in drama club.
So how does that work when the screen, or not the screen, the what's the thing you stand on?
The stage?
Yes, the stage.
Okay.
When the stage is like black and there's music playing and everyone's changing in the back, how do the tech people know when to stop the music and turn the lights on?
So the very first thing, so we do blackouts, which is when the stage gets dark. You get right off stage and then you change out in the hallway, not backstage. So they know how to play the music because we did it like all through Tech Week. That's basically what we do, is so that techies figure out their timing. So if something goes wrong, like the lights will come up. If you're taking too long, then you're kind of screwed, really. You're just on stage when you shouldn't be, which is your fault.
And what does anyone get? Do they just kind of roll with it when that happens? Yet. It hasn't happened yet? Not in any productions you've been in?
I don't think so.
You don't think you might have forgotten about it like other...
No way. The first, like one of the biggest rules is just get off stage. Like literally as soon as the lights go dark. So Friday, or was it Thursday? One of the days, I was standing next to Mila and blackout, and like you run off stage, and I booked it and we ran into each other. Did
anyone fall?
No.
Has anyone fallen?
Probably.
When they're trying to book it off stage?
It's chaotic.
At least the lights are off. That way
Blackouts
no one else would really know except...
You can't see anything though. Like, it's bad.
You just know left, right. You just kind of have to know where you are when the lights are on and then...
Yeah, it's bad.
Well... So definitely in between scenes is the most stressful part.
Super stressful.
That's surprising. You've never had a problem with stage fright?
Not really, because by the time that you get to the shows, you're so used to being on stage from practices that it's just normal.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now they're called potluck days, right? When people bring in food. Who brings in the best food on potluck days, in your opinion?
So I don't eat them, but I heard Luis's tamales are so good.
What are tamales? I know, but I don't.
I have no idea what's in tamales.
I hear tamales and I know what it is, but I couldn't tell you.
I have no idea.
So you don't know either.
I have no idea.
But Luisa's mom's tamales.
Yeah, Luisa's mom's tamales.
Those are top tier.
I guess so.
So far, what do you think your favorite memory from drama club is? You're good.
My favorite memory?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez. Probably Nick Eustace and Tucker Owens on stage playing basketball when they're supposed to be running lines during high school.
That was during the play.
Yeah. Not like during the play, but like we were in the middle of Tech Week, in the middle of a practice, and they're just playing basketball on stage.
Shooting hoops. Were they playing peg?
I don't know. I have no idea. They were just shooting.
So is there anything else you want to mention about the play? Any pitch you want to give, trying to get more people to join it?
I think only scaredy cats don't do drama club. If you have nothing to do,
that's low.
That's a big claim, isn't it?
That's pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, everybody should do it at least once, I think. And if you're too afraid to go on stage, which is totally fine, like I get it, our techies are amazing, and they are the only reason why anything gets done. So be a techie.
Or stage crew, like make the props, or is that techie?
Yeah, they're a techie.
So everyone off stage falls into techies.
Yeah, kind of.
Do they get separate shirts?
They do. They got tech crew shirts, I think. I think they did. They just have to wear all black.
Okay, off of drama club for a little bit, I've got a couple of fun questions.
Uh-oh.
You mentioned that you don't do favorites, but I've got 2 favorite questions. So I guess in the moment, what is your favorite book or movie?
Okay, so my favorite movie, we can go favorite movie. The first Twilight, honestly, like it's so cringy, like bad that it's good. I know it. Like if we sat down and watched it, like I could tell you exactly every line, how it happens.
Line for line.
So
line. If you sat down with someone to watch the movie, do you think you would be good enough on mute that you could do it, or no, you need the...
I could probably figure it out. Like it wouldn't be word for word, but...
But you could legitimately sit next to someone and speak every line during the movie. It's
happened before, yeah. They won't watch Twilight with me.
What did they do? Did they yell at you?
Yeah, she yelled at me.
Just leave the room.
She got mad, and then we turned off the movie because she was so mad at me.
Who was she?
It was my sister, yeah. She was mad.
That kind of makes sense. Who is your favorite actor or actress?
That's so tricky. Okay.
You can give like a top realm. You don't have to.
Just throwing it out there. Okay, Harry Styles, right? He was in the MCU.
Actor?
Yes. He was in Dunkirk. He was, what was his name? Fox.
I've never watched Dunkirk.
Whatever.
Fox Lord.
I mean, he was in My Policeman. That's rated R. Don't watch that.
I've got a year left. I'm 17. I can watch it next year. So Harry Styles, you're throwing him out there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he's your favorite musician too? Or one of?
Yeah. One of.
Now, earlier you mentioned that you prefer pancakes over waffles. Why?
They're just better.
How? How are they just better?
I don't like, so whenever you make waffles, I think they're too crispy. I like the softness of the pancakes.
You can make soft waffles.
No.
You don't like crispy waffles?
No.
Not like when it's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. What do you think about the little, the squares? Those are like flavor holders.
Well, yeah. And if I was going to eat a waffle, like, yeah. But also given the option of waffle and pancake, 100%.
A pancake's like a sponge, though. Like, if you let it sit for too long, it just gets soggy.
You just let your pancakes sit. Like, you'd make pancakes and just not.
No, I don't, but I can't multitask. So, like, if I were trying to eat pancakes right now, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I would have a soggy pancake in front of me.
That's sad.
That's
really sad.
It is what it is. I live with it.
Pancakes are sad.
Yeah, which is why waffles are better. They hold the flavor. They're amazing.
Sure.
And you can, if you're hung up on the chocolate chip part, you can make chocolate chip waffles.
No.
You can also make banana bread waffles.
That's weird.
I've tried that. They're pretty good. But fine, whatever. Eat your pancakes.
I will.
I guess they're okay too. Any last remarks? Backhanded compliments? Bounce backs to the play? Any honorable mentions for actors, books?
There's just so many actors and books. Like, I don't know how you would pick a favorite. You know, like.
Well, do you have Leonardo DiCaprio up there?
He has to be up there.
He's got to be up there.
He has to be up there.
He's the guy.
No, literally, and he's aged so well. How old is he?
You think so? That's kind of an unpopular opinion.
First, whatever.
I think he's 60, aged well too, but everyone's like, it's not the same as he was 19. Well, like,
because he's not 19.
Of course, no one's going to look the same as when they're 19.
Name me, I think he's 60. Name me a 60-year-old who looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'll wait. Exactly.
I would need Google.
There is none.
I don't know. Arnold's kept a pretty good. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's kept a pretty good physique.
But he's not Leo, you know? Like, they're not on the same level.
I guess so. I don't know. You could argue the other way for that.
Could you?
Yeah, you could. Because Arnold was an athlete. He was a bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. Then he was an actor. And then he was a politician.
God, what can't he do?
Exactly. He can do it all. Mm-hmm. Just like Leo.
Exactly.
But that's close to our time. So, Jordyn, thanks for being on the podcast.
Heck yeah.
It was great to have you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need your lawn checked, why don't you call Greenwood Ecologics at 585-739-1610. If you need a visual distraction, go on to YouTube and look at Dylan Smith's Outdoors. He's posted a lot of new videos, so check those out. And, of course, there's more podcasts that I've made on Spotify. Just look up the Derek Smith Spiel on Spotify. Thanks for listening.